G'day folks, got another unboxing from Cubezz here. So 3 puzzles inside, let me get it open. First thing, I want to assure you that Cubezz did not pack it like that. This is courtesy of the wonderful post office people all around the world. Thank you very much. This is also pretty standard with Cubezz. I don't even know where to start to get this open. I'd like to open it from the top, but it's so well packed, I don't know. I feel like I'm slicing through bone. Not that I've done that before. That's actually worn me out. I've got to take a breather. All right. I said there were 3 puzzles in here, so let me extract all 3 of them. Well, as I've come to expect from Cubezz, everything really well packed. No chance of this getting damaged despite the best efforts of the post office people. So what have we got here? I'll talk about this in a minute. These two, this is the Mahjong 4x4 and this is the Mahjong 5x5. And you might be thinking, why did I get a supercube? I've already got a supercube, both 4x4 and 5x5. I've got the ones with some arrows, I think. Well, this is fascinating. This 4x4 one is fascinating because on this puzzle particularly, you can end up with a single twisted group of centerpieces. So you can have those 4 pieces, for example, pointing, instead of pointing that way, they could be pointing that way. And I found this out after somebody else asked me a question about this on YouTube, and I had to kind of go, oh, that's very weird. I don't think that can happen. And then discovered that in fact the symmetry of some of these other faces allows that to happen. So really interesting. As far as I know, it's the first 4x4 supercube that would allow you to do that, at least mass produced. Could be wrong there, or I've been wrong a few thousand times before, but that's what I think. So these are the patterns on there. Nothing here is going to cause any issues because there's no symmetry with that one or that one or that one, but there certainly is here. There's not with that. And there certainly is here as well. So you can understand if that was sort of rotated 180 degrees, it's exactly the same. So that's where the interest lies for me. So I don't even know who produces these. I can't think of the brand. There's no branding on it. So perhaps someone can let me know. But this is turning really nicely just so far. And I can't do all those fancy speed turn type things because I generally wouldn't turn it any faster than this anyway. So that looks good. I'm really looking forward to having a solve of that. I'll put that aside. This, of course, is the 5x5 version. Now, the reason I got this is because I just wasn't sure whether something similar would happen. And I thought, nah, it's pretty cool. It's cool enough to get it. And how's the turning on this one? Really good. Very similar. The same sort of feel. It's got a nice feel to it, actually. It's not a light cube. You know, some of the ones recently, they're quite light and lightweight, and you just get a feeling they're a little bit cheap. This does not have that feel at all. So this is a really nice puzzle to add to the collection, and I think the patterns are the same. I don't think there's any differences there. There's obviously just more of them. So I'm also looking forward to getting my hands on that one, having a little play and seeing if we can create some interesting things with that. Perhaps we can't because this is an odd layered cube. Don't know. Well, those Mahjong cubes, I kind of bought them because I was already buying this. This is the one that I really wanted. And when I saw this OS cube, I thought, well, I've got to get it. It's such a unique puzzle. So this one I do know is made by QiYi. Now, fun fact, I've been referring to them as QiYi, and somebody pointed out in a comment that it's pronounced QiYi. And I kind of went, yeah, I should know that because I did Chinese for 3 years in school. I learnt Mandarin. And here's what I remember. 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10, complete with tones. I think I also remember Woman, Nieman, Tamen without the tones, and that's it. 3 years of Chinese, and I know 10 numbers. Anyway, so QiYi has put this thing out, and I'm going to try and get it open, and it's really nicely. This is so nicely packed. You know I don't really care about boxes, but I almost might keep this one. So let me see if I can get this open somehow. Does it unscrew? There's no screw there to unscrew it. That's just sort of a hole. that's not unscrewing. Maybe I've got to take, that looks better, possibly. I don't know. I can't read Chinese, but I'm pretty sure that's not the numbers 1 to 10. I might even take this off. No, I will not take that off. I reckon looking at that now, that's going to come off when I get these bits of sticky tape off. That's the sort of genius level you get with these videos. Oh, I didn't even need a knife. How's that for genius? Is that moving? That is moving more, so perhaps there's some more on the other side, which I can't get to. I just don't want to damage this. It's actually quite nice. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there must have been another bit of sticky tape somewhere there. So this is the first thing about this. This is very, very impressive. Nicely presented, good quality packaging, not just a piece of plastic or something. And obviously you can put the puzzle back in there when you're not playing with it. So let me put that to one side. This here, what is this? Okay, this again is something other than the numbers 1 to 10, but I suspect it's, you know, I know it's a Chinese cube, but other people than Chinese people do these things, so it would be nice to have an English translation there. Perhaps if someone can translate all that for me, that would be great. What are these? Again, don't know, but they've got stars, so that's either saying this is a great quality picture or else this is a difficulty level. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a 1 star. I reckon, even though my Chinese is fairly rudimentary, I would say this is probably saying, can you get it to this stage? This is a 1-star difficulty level. Or else it's really hard, I don't know. So you do get those things. There's quite a number of them. I'd say probably 15 of them. So here we are. This is the main event. And this is, as I said, the QiYi, I think it's the OS Cube. As I'm reading the letters on the container, it does say OS. And what is this thing? It's a 2x2. To give you an idea of the size of this, there's my V-Cube 2. So it is significantly bigger than a normal 2x2. There's no markings or anything on it. Now, this comes in 3 colours, the purple, the light blue, or the orange. Now, obviously, I don't need to tell you that the purple is the correct colour to get. There's no question of that. You don't want the light blue, and you don't want the orange. So, get the purple. Ooh, so this has got a nice clicking thing, and it's apparently magnetic. And what you'll notice, if you haven't seen this before, I'll do one turn, and bizarre things are happening. These things are popping out. Solved. Okay, so if I do 2 turns, you can see all 4 pop out. Now, are they the same 2 on that side, or were they these 2, the first lot? Those 2, those 2. Okay, interesting. Really interesting. So it looks like whatever you turn, it's kind of like the side faces are the ones that potentially are moved, and of course they're all different patterns. When on these side faces, it's 2 at the top. Oh, okay, diagonal. 2 on the side, it's not even 2 on the bottom. Nothing. Oh, that's because it's solved. Well done. Obviously, if I move that, very, very unique and bizarre and interesting cube. This is why I got it. I am going to absolutely scramble it here, and I have no real clue as to how to approach this puzzle, but I dare to think that if you do get stuck, there are some very clear screws there that you could unscrew and somehow reset things inside. I don't know. And if it's like that, obviously something's happened internally that I do not understand, but I'm assuming you could then reset them to all flat and solve it. So let's get to this. as per usual, this is not a normal speed cube scramble where it would be done by now. But you can see this is going to cause a lot of headaches. I've got pieces sticking up all over the place. And as soon as I turn that like that, wow. Now you can push these down, of course, so you know I could do that and say, hey look, it's solved. I'm a genius, but no cigar. So this is the OS Cube. Now, as usual, the cheapest place by far you're going to get this is on Cubezz. I'm going to leave a link below, and if you do buy it from Cubezz, I'll thank you for using that link. This is way cheaper than anywhere else, and they call it the OC Cube. I don't know why, but if you want to search for it, it's on the second page of their new arrivals at the moment. Search for OC Cube, it'll come up. It's 15 bucks from them, and that, of course, as usual, includes shipping with tracking, the whole works. So I had to buy this when I saw it. I thought, nah, this has got to be in my collection. Glad I did. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you go ahead and buy it and enjoy it if you haven't already. And thanks for watching.